God damn.
Garomesh is just sitting in the corner, just sipping whiskey. Just slumped in the opposite corner of radio. Just not radio.
Recoil.
Recoil. Just passing the bottle back and forth.
Insane. Truly insane. That's what this group is. Truly insane. I mean, are we clear of them? You saw it out there, Recoil. Are we moving?
We're moving and they're not. That's the important part.
Echo walks up from the train behind, and it seems like you got this figured out.
Does it look like we know what the fuck we're doing?
Dead yet, so must have done some good.
It was good shooting out there, Tex. Came in clutch. So here's one to you.
It's what I do. Figured you all probably use this right about now, so I figured I'd share. And he pulls out that nice bottle of hooch that was in the secret storage.
Oh my, oh my.
Sets it down on like the counter there. It's about half gone, but there's enough for each one of you.
Thank you. Mighty kind of you to share. I'd offer you a smoke, but you want one? This Latash has got 3 or 4 hand-rolled cigarettes all sitting out in front of him. I know you do, Recoil. Ask an Echo if he wants the first one.
Gottlieb turns and spins around. His looks Acme style, just blown up. His hair full, like, looks like Weird Science. All he's missing right now is the bra over the cowboy hat. I'm gonna go down to the engine room and check on Kyle. Is he still shouting from the sheer noise that's been in here? Probably full on tendinitis at this point. He gives one of them stiff, awkward arthritis.
Every wall he touches, he gets a fucking kinetic shock on it too. Poor guy.
As he takes his Burt Reynolds ass down to the engine room. He just grabs one of the bottles, not your fancy one. It's like Jim White Label. It's not, it's razor blades.
It's their personal stash. It's like their secret little...
A warm bush latte and a Jim Beam. That'll get the engine room sorted.
That'll get something figured out. Yeah, I'll take one. Doesn't really do me any good though.
Sometimes it's just therapy of it. So he hands you the one he just finished. Here you go, Recoil. Oxie. Garomesh, I don't suppose... I mean, you're already smoking.
No smoke for me. Thanks.
I'll leave this one for Gottlieb then.
Oxie just kind of lights it on his glowing armor pauldrons that are still surging electricity. Just like one of those car cigarette lighters, just kind of pushes it on.
That's one way to make an exit. Oh, shit.
Probably didn't make any friends either.
Well, fuck them. They fired on us first. Friends. They wanted our shit.
I got a feeling we're going to see that guy with the horns again. I just hope it's a really fucking long time from now.
Good luck. It's a long desert.
Good.
And they came over on our side. We haven't even gotten to their territory. They came after us.
I think they came after this railroad. Seems to be wherever this railroad goes, keeps driving through people's houses and homes and.
Well, everybody
causing
wants to
stir.
cut. Let's be clear. Everybody's trying to get theirs. We're wrapped up in it too. Unfortunately, we got a cut that we can't walk away from. But it gets us out of this fucking hellhole.
Oh shit. Has anybody checked on the shards?
Yeah, I did. It's still connected.
Okay, good. Jeez. Last thing we need. This old Red Wolf breathing down our neck, too.
Well, he was supposed to be here. They were supposed to help, so whatever happened, we got our first grievous with a wolf. The hell were we
think it's gonna
supposed to
be,
do? That thing was a Death Valley.
I think it's gonna be a little worse than that. Y'all realize that we weren't the target, right? That station was. We were just a happy happenstance. They follow the rail to the next point, destroy the station. How's the train gonna go if it can't function? We just happen to be there. And if there's anybody left, they do some work on that station, that's gonna be a problem.
It's automated back behind us. We didn't leave anybody back behind. I got a clear conscience on that. They go back there and they destroy that station, so be it. Not our monkeys, not our circus. But this is ours. It's our ticket out in more ways than one.
Well, with each passing instance, I'm regretting getting on this boat. I need to get off this fucking train.
Echo. Let's be honest for a second. Worked with me for a long time. Now you worked with my company. If you're gonna get gunned down in a Death Valley, who else you gonna do it with, buddy? Let's be honest. We walked. Who else walks out of a situation like that?
I mean, it was a ridiculous amount of freaking guns on us. Bows and arrows.
I've had it worse, but pretty close to the top.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I just wondered how many times you died when it was worse. I saw you up on that ridge. You were 2 sharp shots away from meeting your maker. Whether that's your business or not, that's your business. But without us, it's target practice out there. And you know what? Without you, so the fuck are we? We worked together. We fucking lived.
Yeah, suppose you're right. Though, does bring up a good question. If I do die, and I go and meet my maker, who's that gonna be? Myself? Don't know. Don't care. But Recoil is right. I ain't gonna go out sipping on some hooch when I'm old and gray. If I even can get old and gray. I don't know.
You were old and gray enough when I met you when you were young and not gray.
That may be true. But, This is getting convoluted. And I don't just mean this train and this situation.
Getting convoluted. Convoluted's getting mixed up with the wrong employer. While your friends on the other side secretly trying to have a coup to overthrow what you're trying to get done back in Kbara. That's convoluted. We got out of that situation, didn't we? We went from victors to most wanted to installing the own government. New throne. We did a good thing, even if it was convoluted. They had a Rakshasa halfway up their ass they didn't even know about. Oxie over here hadn't had a free thought in his mind.
Rough time.
Come a long way since there.
Tell you one thing, sure as hell wouldn't have done it by myself.
What the fuck is this? Is this like an intervention or something?
And just admit it. You're one of the fucking Skybreakers now.
We got cool patches.
You are kind of stuck with us for a while.
Well, I wouldn't be going and calling myself a Skybreaker just yet.
Oh, I would say that you could at least apply at this point.
Well, first off, I don't need to apply because I'm already that good.
Oh,
Look at this sweet decoder ring you get. Just fit right on this finger.
well, the initiation is you get to talk to Latash the rest of the evening. He's HR.
Oh, we're gonna do it that way. Perfect.
All right,
100%.
that
Forms
just,
and questions I'll need
seals
you
it
to answer.
oh, that just seals it up. I'm never a Skybreaker. It's just not happening.
Oh,
Because we go into that room, one of us is leaving, and Barter, it ain't you.
I have my ways of getting through walls. So gives Echo a little wink.
Creepy. Well, I feel like shit, so I'm gonna go rest up. Let you enjoy the hooch.
Thanks, deputy.
No,
See you in the morning, pledge.
Anybody know where this fucking train's going?
I'm gonna kill everybody.
Forward.
Thanks for that.
Yep. It's been the same answer I keep getting from Gottlieb because it says it's gonna go as far as the tracks will take us. It's gonna go as far as the tracks will take us.
Oh, one other thing I was thinking about, probably just a happenstance, but someone as powerful as the Red Wolf in that house, don't be afraid if eventually you're not worth the time or hassle. Bell can always ring when it's due. Just something to think about. You're useful until you're not.
He ain't wrong.
We got a whole truck full of dragon shards in the back that says we're really fucking useful right now.
For now. Trust me, I've worked with many. People think they're bigger, better, they're worth more. Ultimately, you're just hired help. And you may be good hired help. All it takes is one bad job, one bad decision. Well, it's time to cut loose ends. That's how the world works, especially when that amount of dragon shards and that amount of gold and effort is put into something. Garomesh knows.
That I do.
There's always that last question, which we've had a bit before, but you just be thankful Garomesh, at least for the conversations we had, considers himself a Skybreaker and not just for the house.
And that's why we love him.
Well, they do pack a mean punch.
I mean, you know the whole reason we're here. Just to made a deal with best devil we could find. We have no other choice but to deliver these dragon shards.
Hey,
What comes after that still to be determined.
I don't give any judgment. I've made plenty of deals with plenty of devils. I'm just saying that if you ain't familiar, it's gonna be a rude awakening when it happens. So just expect it to, and then that way you're prepared as best you can be.
Like where your head's at. Always have a good exit plan.
Always. And if you don't, let me know. I can get you one pretty quick.
I mean, now I'm intrigued. What is your current exit plan right now?
He just gives you a subtle smile and leaves.
I walked right the fuck into that. Jesus Christ.
Sucker. You'll remember that one, though.
Maybe. Keep frying my own damn brain cells.
What in the hell possessed you to grab the fucking train rails?
We needed more juice. There's no other way that thing was going to go as fast as we needed it to without being able to give it more than this rust bucket could hold. Juice had to go somewhere.
My God. You're a mad genius, and I love you for it. I'm just glad you're a walking, talking battery.
Yeah.
Mad genius. Mad genius. That's Garomesh. He knows he's a battery. He knows what he signed up for. May not know at the time how he's going to discharge it, but that right there, he's a maniac. It's a man with balls of steel. Not half bad yourself for having something prepped. There for a second, I really thought you were gonna cast Thunderwave. I thought you were gonna cast Thunderwave and blow the hole.
Just wanted to see if I could make an exo sweat. That's all.
But you were gonna what?
Oh, I told him I was gonna hit you with the thunder wave.
He
to
didn't
blast you off
say
the rails.
shit. I saw it in his hands as it started to kick up some dust. It's like he prepared the wrong spell at first. You know, when you're shaking the rust
I
off.
swear to God, if you ever hit me with Thunderwave while I'm connected to an 80,000 volt battery, I'm gonna. He just starts lunging at you.
That was 40 D8s, dude. 40 D8s. Really tied the room together.
Not the volts that'll kill me, it's me. That'll kill you.
Oh, calm down. It worked out.
Yeah.
Just how fucking batshit crazy we all are.
All but living on the edge for a minute. Unfortunately, it's not going to get any better.
So that was the intro. We still have Act 1.
Oh. Once we go through this uncharted chunk of Valinor Elf territory, I imagine we're going to have a real good idea of what it's like.
More
Hopefully.
of them.
Hopefully. They go and do whatever they want back at the station. Cletus isn't there. Nobody's left of that town. It's razed. No cult. Just automaton digging out what's left of that vein. Let them go fuck with that. Maybe we can just ease on past and then figure out what treaty this is with the dinosaur riders. At least there's been some groundwork laid there. But wouldn't be shocked if an Allosaurus took a big old bite out of the caboose ass of our fucking train, just what we need.
Just don't talk like that. We've already dealt with shard ghosts and Valinor elves and fucking
Literally,
bats.
Like, why would you put that juju out there?
Oh, I've already seen our old friend. Bummer was around still. He held those jaws in his hands. Never seen a man take it. Animal on that size. Held it there. Hell, if Garomesh hadn't pulled the Toro. Way back when we were lost in the jungle. Back when we had marching orders. Back when I didn't have a conscience. That does seem like a different world ago. Back when I thought we'd lost everything. You know, Echo, that was the first time. The first time since being back in the office. Ever been fully powered down. I almost didn't know what that felt like. Certainly was shocking to me when I seemed to exist with no power. What that was. You say you don't know what's going to happen whenever you leave this body. I'm not asking you to understand it. I'm certainly not going to tell you what your experience is going to be. All I can do is talk about my own. Didn't make it any less strange. Certainly didn't make me any less violent when I was powered up, trying to put the pieces together. But afterwards I understood. I needed every bit of that bad medicine. Would have never willingly accepted that. Somebody trying to tell me to shut my battery down, risk losing all my data, risk being reset, corrupted, restarted. Nothing left of me then. The rest of you get a headstone somewhere and somebody can write a couple of sentences about you. Maybe somebody else can remember you. But when you're number one off the line, I ain't got nobody for a eulogy. I got that man with a wrench. And he's not around anymore. No, I'm not around either. A lot of people I'll never talk to again. And we lost that day in the morning. They ain't got no headstone either. They ain't got no 3 sentences. But I'm here to tell you, Echo, if you're worried. If you're worried like I was about what happens and that battery goes to 0. It's a strange thing to say, but that's up to you. Not anybody else. I'm gonna take my swig and tap him on the shoulder and head to the back bunk.
I don't think Echo says anything. I think he just nods.
You know, Oxie, in addition to an actual consciousness, I think he's gotten more poetic the longer we've known him.
I'd say it's the longest I've ever heard Recoil talk about any subject matter ever, let alone about life after death.
Yeah, and about his personal experience with it. I'm proud of him.
Something's happening. Whatever he touched, whatever he saw, it's sparked something in him.
Well, she shared it with you. The construction of his consciousness through the rebuilding of his ship on the mountainside with Karthiki.
Yeah, but it's still unclear. Because what is that to any Warforged? Like that's like a first of any moment, right? So we know what happened, but as to like what that means, how that relates to anybody else, that's all very like.
We're seeing that now. This is like expressions of his soul.
I would say you guys have a pretty good idea. You've been on that consciousness now on multiple planes. It's more of just thinking about how far that you've come. Episode 59 is a long way. We've been on there. You've actually rebuilt boards on and put pieces of his consciousness together in fixed parts when he's been inside that. So while constructing your own consciousness, something that you've been born with, is a foreign thing, you have seen the pieces of the puzzle be put together. You've noticed the change. And more than anything else, you've seen conversations that were one-on-one begin to be open and free without the isolation of holding bits and pieces back from others seeing it. Much more open and flowing.
That was the touching part of it all. It was open.
It's kind of the lesson that I keep learning is it's not about just the experiences that you have. It's about the experiences that you have with others. And those moments of struggle or happiness, it's those moments that really start to form kind of the person you are.
Things we take for granted.
That's exactly. It's heavy shit. Really makes me wonder what we're supposed to be doing with this charge of being the Fist Delcor. Are we on the right track? Are we doing the right things? Oh no.
I think we are. Might have gone astray here and there, but I still think for every pound of pain we've caused, there's a ton of good behind it.
Is that what we're supposed to do? Supposed to be good? Is that it? Feels right. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree. I don't think I fucking know what I'm supposed to do with this.
It's just about keeping a balance. It's that never-ending war between good and evil, light and dark. I mean, that's what the Fist taught us at the beginning. I needed the darkness from you. You needed some of the light from me to balance each other out, to become what we are now. Without that, we're both lost. And that's what we do. That's why we're here. We're keeping the balance.
And we share the balance. Oh shit. Now it's clicking a little bit more. So is that it? Are we working towards making sure that balance is held up?
And as a young Kalistar, I thought it was just about spreading the light. Teaching everybody about the light, about the good. My time in Kebara, getting to know you, it's become less of a focus. It's not just about the good. It's also about the bad. It's everything. It's the balance between the two. There has to be synergy. And when one side tips to the other, it's chaos.
Well, fuck you, chaos.
I will drink to that. Fuck chaos.
Also, I like fucking chaos too.
I mean, we bring it everywhere we go. This thing, the shit that we brought upon your throne.
Chaos.
Yeah. Well, chaos and the battery shoved up your ass.
Ah. Careful, that thunderwave might shake it out next time.
I mean, that's the reason I didn't do it.
Let's get some fucking sleep, man.
Yeah. Let's go. Need some help?
To sleep?
No, to walk. I don't know how far that battery shoved up in there.
I'll be fine. See, like slowly, just every joint is just like creaking. Everything needs a good oiling. That suit needs some fucking maintenance. I got it. One of his knees just doesn't bend very well, and it's mainly just like a swinging leg situation.
As you guys like walk out, you just hear, you know, you guys are overcomplicating things. Lesson is just don't be a fucking dick.
It's a bard's life. I have to romanticize everything. You know this. That's how I get laid.
Also, that's not the lesson. I got the lesson that sometimes you do need to be a dick. That's part of balancing. So take that pipe and smoke it.
Settling into your unbelievably close quarters now.
Oh no, we don't have our sleeper car. No,
No, we have our
we don't have our bar cart. Okay.
We don't have our bar cart. We have our bar, our galley, our shitter, our storage, and our bunks are all in the same train.
Oh Jesus!
Let that smell waft in there a little bit.
Your beef is wrong, Dr. Shakaloo.
Oh, the good news is, as we travel through the Blade Desert, the temperature drops. You can see that golden nugget of a sun cresting back behind the horizon. It's a good time to open up those windows and let that cool desert air roll in. And it's trippy. Because if you're to look out at the scene, it's as science fiction as it gets for our world of steam fantasy. As darkness takes hold, all you can see front and behind us are the squares of electrical energy on the lightning rail. It dissipates as we roll through like circuits on a board, traveling through still night.
Oxie's like counting those squares and gets to like 4 before it's just out.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. You get a whiskey and a lawn chair on the back of...
That is a really pretty scene in my head though right now, that real dark and just the zoom, zoom, zoom.
I never even thought about it till now. And the closest thing in our heart of hearts, it's like taking a train through a constellation in the sky.
Ooh.
and riding that ride, not having the perspective of what our track is, but being a part of those interconnecting stars, looking up and seeing is Eberron and Corvair, and looking out would just be an absolute trip. There are the rings that come around. There are the full stars in the sky. There's still the ring of red that's there that Umber created when he saved us the first time. So anytime that you even walk out, you get a piece of your past and home. All the while we head to someplace that we've never been to before. Fortunately, it is a easy sleep for all of us. Go ahead and give yourself a well-deserved long fucking rest.
Nom 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 nom.
And speaking of the noms, let's go with those Constitution saving throws to see who's up on this desert train. Oh, 28, 31. Holy shit.
Oops. Wrong one.
Garomesh has become disconnected.
No, it's just not rolling from D&D Beyond.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I had to refresh as well.
See what you rolled. That's exactly the same. Well, that was.
How do you roll a con in
Click on your character, left side.
Yep.
Click it, and then hit the save.
Damn it. There it is.
With 31. Actually, you're up before the sun's even up.
And not like in normal fashion, you know, dude's used to getting up early, and as soon as that sun's up, as soon as his eyes are open, he's up out of bed moving. But this particular morning, after that kind of scene that put him to sleep last night, and the conversation, something he hadn't really thought about, reaching out to the fist, he spent a good chunk of his fading to unconsciousness last night thinking about, is he holding that balance? Is he doing the things that he needs to be doing with that charge of being a fist? And when he wakes up this morning, he just kind of lays in bed, puts his hands behind his head, gets in a nice, comfortable spot, and just watches the sun come up. Doesn't move, doesn't get a rustle, nothing going on. Harley, dog, just laying right next to him, head on the shoulder, and he just watches the sun come up over the horizon, looking at it through the window.
Recoil exits out, being the first one to walk out. I go over to the galley, sensing that no one else has come out yet. Pour myself a tall radiolarian fluid. I reach in there. I know our engineers have been at wit's end. So I put on 4 pounds of bacon. Let it begin to slow sizzle over the griddle. I even pull out a box of pancake mix. And I look at it. Look at it like a cat looks at a foreign turd in his litter box. kind of paw at it a little bit. Never made pancakes before. Seen a lot of people make them. Seems like the thing you do after a long day. My God. I'm gonna read the instructions on this bad boy. I'm gonna roll a survival check.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
15. Yeah, he looks at it long and hard there on the side. You know, there's something on here that they always do that they don't ever talk about. Ah, yeah. I forgot. They suck on that cow shit. What a weird thing. But then again, I was never raised on a teat, so what do I know? Maybe a cow's a good substitute. Take the lid off. I always smell it. I don't know what they're smelling it for either. I couldn't tell you. Not my mom, not my milk, eh? I whip up and I pull the bacon off. I set it over to drain. Oh, so this is why they do it. Go to flip that first pancake and realizes it doesn't stick because all the bacon fat. Oh, that's pretty slick. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I finished making these stacks off and set them up. I'm arranging them in pyramids and I'm stacking the butter in because for me it's more of building blocks. I'm playing with Legos over here. I build my pyramids. I take some of that high test coffee, and man, I make it abysmally strong. It's been on there. It's been boiling off. It's straight up campfire coffee made inside. It's some high test shit, and I pour it in a mug that Latash gave to me when we first got to New Throne, and it's the New Throne is for lovers. And I look at that mug. Yeah, that's about right. Then I pour my high tests and I open up the vault, and I get up on the old Top Gun, and I go to watch the sunrise and catch a breeze while I drink my coffee up in the gunner's seat, legs crossed, New Throne for lovers mug, and just enjoying the sunrise.
Set the little desk fan right behind the pancakes to just start blowing the smell up the cabin before you go up.
Oh, with all those windows open?
Oh yeah.
Zombies are gonna start rolling out.
I've been sitting in my rack, inspired by our conversation with Recoil last night, writing a song, and smelled the bacon. Hold off, because I kind of felt where I was going with this. But once you open that top hatch and you got that strong coffee smell started to float down the hallway, my legs just couldn't help but start moving.
That's like turning on the attic fan. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that. I just turned this into a breakfast bong.
You just pulled the slider out. Yep.
Whoa. Oh, what's that smell? Just climb out of my rack, open the door.
Like the same time you do, your door slides open. The same time Oxie slides open. You smell that?
How could you not?
Oh my God, I'm so fucking hungry.
Oh my! Look at this spread. Look at these beautiful stacks of pancakes and all this bacon. Hey, coffee. I'm just start with coffee. You need some coffee? Oxy coffee?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, thanks, Gottlieb. Thanks for making breakfast. As out of habit, he just
fuck are you talking about? As he was walking bow-legged? Fuck you.
Wait, you make this?
Been up all night stabilizing that fucking engine. But it's charged. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about the battery. Whoever made breakfast is a fucking saint.
Here,
Yeah.
you go ahead and have this first cup of coffee. I'll pour another one for me.
Oh God, somebody around here finally made enough. It's about fucking time. You know, when you come up here and you get that last half cup, you damn near want to punch a cactus, all right?
It's a beautiful alliteration.
Yeah, well, one of them got a piece of my ass when I was hanging off. You can see there's about 6 quills. I ain't fucking joking around.
Oh God. That I'm going to just touch him on the other cheek and give him a healing touch or healing word.
God damn, I'm smart enough to know healing word. You didn't have to touch my ass, but
I just wanted to see how firm it was.
You touched your butt.
yeah, you know, like they always say, yeah, new thrones for lovers. As he's drinking out of your matching mug.
Well, shit, if Gottlieb didn't make breakfast and you didn't make breakfast, I didn't make breakfast. The other two ain't up. Recoil, are you up there?
Roll a Constitution ability check.
Ability check.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Ha!
Yell out, but no response from his bunk.
Now we'll worry about who made it later. Now,
Good bread, good meat, let's eat.
you said it. Hey, all the rest of you, wake the hell up. We got food and coffee. God damn. I think I might have lost a shoe while you were eating that.
Wrapping it in.
Both of you guys
Okay.
wake up about the same time. Echo?
Garomesh,
Garomesh?
yeah, Garomesh comes from the engine car. Just passed out right where he was.
Good morning, sunshine.
Didn't get a crick in your neck.
No, I slept like a baby.
Well, we got a breakfast for champions, so get over here, champ.
Echo, he's passed out, facing towards the window, like many others. Spent a decent amount of time watching the stars, and that ever so often kind of glow, just woo, woo, and just kind of deep in his thoughts as he's been. And he just windows open, feeling the breeze, and just manifesting a small cartridge in his hand and then flicking it out the window every so often. Just kind of gets lost in thought before eventually succumbs to sleep. And then wakes up once the sun actually hits and comes pouring through the window, right where his face is kind of looking. And I kind of just like stirs a bit and kind of looks, but doesn't really squint. As he just kind of like stares out, and he's got the red eye which lights when he awakes, and he's got the dark other half, and kind of just sits there for a second and takes a deep kind of breath in, and the front covering of his right eye slides open, and beneath it, what most people can't see unless you inspect very, very closely, is a human eye kind of squints and stares out at the window, kind of blinks a couple times. And then that same covering just kind of goes back over. And he kind of sits up, hearing Latash scream. And gets up, opens the door, and heads out and looks at the smorgasbord in front of him. Good morning.
Hey there, sunshine.
Who made breakfast?
You didn't. Oxie and I didn't. Garomesh didn't. It wasn't the engineers.
Oh, there you go.
It's the ghost. It's the ghost of the train.
Ain't no fucking ghost on this train.
Jesus, the ghost of the train.
Of course, it was fucking Recoil. Who the hell is he?
Yeah. Busy, I'm sure. He gets a big old cup of coffee, pours it in, glances over at Gottlieb's cup. All right. Takes a big swig. Oh, that's a cup of coffee.
You gonna eat that? Oxy looks at your plate.
You're that kid. You were that kid growing up. Hey, you know,
Still that kid now.
Oxy, you touch my food, you die.
All right, I'll take that as a yes then.
You don't ask the individual who shows up last to breakfast if they're going to eat everything because there's not much left.
Just wondering.
Keep eating like that, you ain't going to fit in that armor anymore.
Hey, you watch what you're saying about my beautiful figure. Does he takes his armor and presses something on his arm that like tightens up. It's like almost like a corset. Just kind of and gets a little bit firmer in the torso area. You see?
One button dad bod corrector. It's nice.
Yeah, I can't leave it on that long. As he presses it again and just makes a big exhale.
At that time, you hear the hatch open up. Heavy footsteps, clang, 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 down the ladder. Morning, gentlemen. Morning.
Yeah, please, can we get a round of applause for this wonderful breakfast that our new Cletus Buford has made us?
I vote head chef. Head chef for forever.
Don't sully
You're just gonna
Mr.
put Cletus
Buford's
out of a
name.
job.
I've read the directions on the box, and I remember that titty juice that y'all use in it and makes them extra fluffy. It's an astute observation for someone who doesn't get to partake. Such delicious smelling stuff, really. It's quite gross when you put it all together, but doesn't smell half bad when you're done.
And kudos for cooking it in the bacon grease too. Woo. Woo.
I didn't realize what you used it for, to be honest. Yeah, it's a non-stick agent. It imparts a
Not only
little
that,
flavor.
But it makes for the crispiest outside of the hot cake. Ooh. So he takes another one and wraps it up.
I got a little scared with that webbing. It looked different. I knew what they were supposed to look like, though. I had more fun building them. You can see it's like the perfect, like, the radius on each one of them is correct and stacked, very engineered. All the way up to the top are essentially silver dollar pancakes that are in these perfect fucking mounds. A little bit something more than I'm used to. And every bit of butter was rationed in the exact right proportions, including it was built to where syrup rolled off each four sides perfectly and drains down.
I had this great envisioning that your hand was the blender just like was able to like, spin your wrist real fast somehow.
I mean, I got that tool. KitchenAid checks out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It checks out. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I almost feel like you'd have bad news to come after the meal this good. Jeez.
Yeah. Being the first one out of the room, figured I would do something nice for a change.
I'll sleep in every morning. Don't you worry.
I'm starting to figure this thing out. Not think so damn much. Just let it go. It's a whole different approach from doing so much damn calculus in the middle of the night. Used to debug the entire time. Up is down. God, it would just kind of put you in a mood. I don't know.
Feels nice to just rest, doesn't it?
Was resting before, but it's a different kind of rest, no doubt. Well, I looked on the map. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be crossing over into Valinar territory within the hour. So, no other good way to say this, but prepare yourselves. Let's hope we run into individuals more official, shall we say, than a mercenary band. That'd be nice.
Sure hope so.
Yeah, fuck them.
And that is why neither you or I will be talking to anybody until the shooting starts.
I can negotiate just fine. Part of the job. I'm just... Well, what we're hauling, damn near everybody wants, so... I don't think there's gonna be much negotiation ever. Till we get to where we need to go.
This is kind of the last big group before we make the final connection up to House Thras territory, isn't it? Or is there?
Buddy, we're so far away from House Thras.
God damn it!
Yeah, I figured we'd be through Valinar territory, or at least into it by nightfall, but
we are not riding with the rest of this cart all the way up to House Thras.
Okay.
no,
That would be a hell of a contract. Might be able to retire on that one, actually.
It's crossing the continent.
I understand things are a little bit different perspective for you here now. Yeah, I'll have to pull out the map. I can't quite remember all the way our first city that we get to see. Let's take a little peek over here, shall we? Recoil's gonna roll that map out. Now, once we cross whatever bridge they put up near these mountains, and we're officially in Valinar territory. We're supposed to follow up along those lines until we get to the Talenta Plains. Talenta Plains is where we're supposed to rendezvous with our escorts and the Dino Riders.
That was the part I was forgetting. Okay.
Yeah, we're not
So-
here for a long time, but I'm sure it'll be a good time.
Let's hope. Let's hope that we make a nice jaunt up the edge of these in-world mountains. Cut ourselves a swath. Once we're up around Blade Desert proper, that's when we start heading further west. Not saying that we're not going to take on extra heat. We've already seen mercenaries cross the line. But the good news is there's several cities along the way. They're going to be the beneficiary. Zephyr Keep, Terra Eldorn, Griffin Claw. I don't think they're going to mind one bit. You see those red lines there? That's main lines. We hook onto them. That's the good news. And what I've been told, we can take our merry wherever we want. They certainly aren't going through the Mournland, I can tell you that. So we're headed north. We're gonna get a real good glimpse at the Mournland as we carve up. It's gonna be our choice. Karnath will be ahead. So will the Ironfoot Mountains. We'll have to make some choices. But at least we won't be the escorts at that point. We'll be the passengers. There we can branch out wherever we want. And to answer your question, Oxie, you want to roll out that other side of the map and keep going west, you can finally find House Thrask.
Yeah, see, I got all confused. I thought they were way up north.
They do be a
There's a
ways
reason why I
away.
do construction and not logistics.
Big world, though. Some places I've never seen. Some places I've only fought. I wouldn't mind a little bit of civilization. I don't know about you. I just can't believe it. You look at this chart. You think they were really going to try to put lightning rails through the Mournland? Not saying that I'm a well-read individual. Been a long time since I read the dirt sheets of any of these cities. I haven't heard anybody even be able to walk back in and walk out. They think they're gonna lay tracks down? They're out of their minds. Build on the what? 12 feet of glass? Good luck.
Well, like I said, platinum, gold, dragon shards, powerful motivator.
You're not wrong.
Cheaper for a railway than a skyship.
Garomesh, what do you think the lake looks like? I mean, it's gotta still be there.
I mean, it's either one of two things. Either way, I think it's going to be unbelievable to see. But it's either going to be the most beautiful thing you can imagine, just untouched, pristine, crystal clear water, you can see straight to the bottom, no matter where you are on it, or it's going to be a goddamn horror show.
I like the first option. That sounded nice.
Definitely with the first pristine, not the horror show.
Well, my money's on the horror show.
Yeah. You know, this whole thing, what I don't understand. That short rail's been in Eleanor for quite some time, unconnected to anything else. Obviously, House Lion Dare, they wanted to keep it that way. Since they're the only way goods have gotten in and out, both Valinor and Kebara outside of the pirates and Lazar principalities. Why not strike a deal at that point? Once you know what's going through, what are you going to stop? You think even after you eliminate us, say you take us out, say the Red Wolf's not there anymore, think House Tarask is going to stop at that? There's dragon shards on the line. Why wouldn't you just come to an agreement? Obviously, whatever that was stalled because they're sending us through in hell or high water. Some real eminent domain shit right there. Don't forget, the sucker was never supposed to run down here. It was never supposed to be anywhere near the Valinor. It's supposed to be up on the northern end. They said those dino riders wouldn't go anywhere near the boneyard. Not a chance. What do you think?
Now we are having to go make a deal with people that never wanted to be a part of it to begin with.
Echo, make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this a spell or magical effect?
Your own memories.
Oh. 16.
Use it however you wish.
I think probably there's a subtle perk up with the mention of the boneyard from Echo, just a bit, and just kind of like it's funny because Recoil started the day of talking about like just not computing, not just turning off and kind of relaxing, right? And it's one of those that Echo can't. He's just, everything is tactical and just looking at things and kind of remembering jobs and positioning and he tries to stay out of politics, but when you do the job that he does, there's always a bit kind of that seeps in, and I think he kind of just chimes in, look, things get messy. Individuals who hold cards often push a little too far. And sometimes they have the better hand. Other times, well, there's a bluff. But what happens on the river, or on this point, the path the train leads, it depends on who's holding the better hand when it's all said and done. And I think this was never meant to be here. And when it was, Well, someone holds all the cards. And I think what we've dealt with, honestly, is just a taste of what can be dealt. Whether it's from Valinor or other houses, there is so much profit, so much to gain in this backwater area of Kabara. There have been conversations and deals and backhanded deals, dark deals in alleyways, behind closed doors, individuals scheming. You make a deal with someone who then turns around and makes another deal behind your back, and you end up with nothing. I don't even think it's just a currency play, because you hold those, there's a lot more to them than just that. There's power, mystery, prophecy. You believe in it. There's a lot of things you can do with a powerful hand. And well, let's just say the locals, individuals like perhaps the Dino Riders, even Valinor themselves, the locals of Kabara, the people that you all came across. Everybody has tradition, everybody has pride, everybody has history, they have stories, they have a future that they're told when they're very little. Everybody does. Doesn't matter what kind of people you come from. And these things, these dragon shards, to some are holier than thou, to others, well, it's just a paycheck. But people will fight for what they believe in, right or wrong. Physical, material, divine, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we are sitting on a large shipment, one of many, and it will not stop anytime soon. And I tell you, I've seen it. People don't want to go to Boneyard. People don't want to come through Valinor. There's a reason, because this is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. It'll need a large tipping point, something that will shift the scales or knock everyone off before reason comes into it and some sort of true negotiation. And until that day happens, let's just say we get through this and we get the fuck out, because hanging out around here involved with this, well, it's a death trap.
You're not wrong there. You all might want to turn around. That's a sight to see. Looking out the train on the east side, begin to see the mountains come in full form. You haven't seen the mountain range in that mystique since your out-of-body experiences. And floating up through those caps. What a trip. As bits and pieces in front of us begin to manifest, you actually see the bridge in the distance. Light shimmering off the top of the small inlet that carves up. You can see the barges and the materials that have been brought in. On the horizon, there is... looks like a lot of people still over there. We, might be seeing where our guests have been held up at. Maybe they're still cleaning up the site. Bridge work's never easy.
It's an important piece, that's for sure.
The sun continues to rise, and we make that turn around the mountainside, and we begin to head a little bit more north. Then, tucked behind the mountains, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Lion Zeppelins, all floating across. You can see the banners now of what's held up. The bridge has been built, but there is a clear standoff on the other side. You begin to make out the banners of the Red Wolf and where he's held up at. As the airships stand as a figurative and literal barrier between you and Valinor, not to mention as you look out and you can see the legions of riders on the other side.
There's your friends you were talking about, Echo. The ones that are so excited for the train to be coming through.
Like I said, worse before it gets better.
You remember that part about not talking? Well, looks like there's going to be a lot more of that.
Of the not talking or of the talking?
I think he's talking about negotiation by rifle.
Oh, God.
Well, that can always be a good backup, but honestly, it's always better not. I mean, you see how many are out there. Plenty of airships and firepower, whole heap of trouble. But I don't know. We'll have to get an update, and then we go from there.
Garomesh, I want you to roll a perception check.
Oh, eagle eyes.
My perception's high too, okay? It's very high, actually.
Hey, none of us know you have a human eye, so we don't know how well you can see.
Yeah. We don't know if you have a human either.
Well,
You need a human. I can get you one by. I can get you one by the end of the day.
I got a guy.
Okay.
Refreshing page. That time of night. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Perception.
Perception. Hey.
Ooh, worth
That
the
was,
wait.
That was a little snap on the end there.
We continue to gain a little bit of altitude as the train stays tucked next to those in-world mountains. You can stare off and you can see into the actual desert sands. Far above where these Valinor riders are at. You blink a couple of times because there's something that catches your eye.
Oh, goddamn.
You'll be damned. As you stare out, probably at the opportune, perfect time to see it this gradient in black sands that have been poured 2 crossed scimitars on an adjacent dune above these Valinar riders. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Oh,
I gotta go back to my notes. I know we've talked about those before.
Shadow Remnant.
Guild.
Assassin!
They've gone this way a long time ago.
Assassin!
They've been here prepping for this the last month of the conflict when they left and were no longer inside New Throne. We got
Gosh.
3 factions. No, 4 total. Red Wolf and Thrask. Valinar elves. Lyandrar elves.
Right. The Raiders
Shadow Rivenet.
and the sky people. Right. Ugh.
All at an impasse.
We are flying into a hornet's nest.
Has Gottlieb tried to slow the train down at all yet, or is he just asleep and just?
Oh, we're just gonna go and just like let them deal with it. We're just like, we're just passing through, just passing through.
There's no other tracks laid. We just
Send it, Gottlieb! Send it!
I wanted to get us up to the impasse and where this might take us.
We're at an impasse.
The good news is
to Major Tom.
there's so many individuals. It is the Cold War on the end. No one is willing to take that step. So there's a lot of political pleasantries and tents and shit going on over on this fucking end.
There's like
Usually
the
it's sure
there's that
destruction.
the one ground where it's just like, and here's where everyone's meeting. It's just like, and the tensities of every side, just like.
You can see the sheer supplies on Camelback of them bringing in like provisions, like casks of wine and food, and like set up as negotiations are well on their fucking way.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I can't wait to get up on an airship again. A real fucking airship!
Yeah, get me off this train.
We're gonna punch the elf that's in fucking charge. We're gonna figure out how to control that elemental. We'll ask Umber, maybe he'll do it for us.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Palio.
So
It's so sad that we don't have another druid here.
hey, so far you never know what could happen, right? Like, maybe we just charge at the army and kill them all.
Vess would know what to do.
True.
I need a young elemental and an old elemental.
I am once again asking for you.
I am once again pleading for a source of energy to be consumed and used for my airship. The worst part is we have a piece of what makes those airships work that the Mournforged have figured out. They have the technology to power this bad boy without having to use air elementals, and we got one piece of it. We don't have the other. Probably if we try to put them together, it'll probably be 80
God.
d8s of lightning damage when it goes off.
I just know there's gonna be a bunch of people in that room who think they have the biggest political stick and is just, God, that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna burn some snake oil cards, I believe.
Drink
Let's
a
see
couple.
where we are with snake oil. Oh, I've got 7. I'm good.
I'm
Spread
good.
it around.
I want to take 4 of them. I'm gonna put them in a bucket and then dump my head into the bucket.
I have advantage, but I have -6 as my modifier. Dude, I'm ready. I'm back in it. I'm in it. I'm
really
ready for some fucking
appreciated-
ab.
We did some fun character kind of development peeking intos, and then also had some really good scene build. I don't know. The train at night driving through the desert was such a strong mental scene for me. Like, ooh, I got
That
into
one,
that.
that one fucked me up because I never thought about what does a lightning rail look like going through a desert in the middle of the night. I'm like,
God,
fuck,
looks
dude, this
gorgeous.
is fucking Tron, dude.
Yeah, it is Tron. It is steampunk Tron.
Oh, it's fucking dope. Because we
Big
passed
fan.
concert because it was too windy and we curved to the other part of the desert.
Get fucked.
It was colonies of warlocks and witches all crying, enough tears to fill Lake Sear again over.
Hey, emo kids, let me take you on an adventure to a land where you can have all your favorite bands play. And then watch it all not happen.
Oh, obviously, should have been a Sundayer.
God damn it. God damn it. It's okay, we turned Vegas Boulevard into Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
That's a great segue. Tune in tomorrow night for Radio Mang's Boulevard of Broken Dreams as he not only gets baptized in the light of Lathander, but married to a bride he has not met, the Duchess of Baldur's Gate.
Oh boy.
Congrats him on multiple layers of non-agency as I take him through the worst parts of his character's existence and where his family is yet to go.
Mazel
Been
tov.
there.
And look at the smile. Look at the smile on his face. Look
I
at
have
that
been there.
smile, chat.
I'm just happy you're on the ride this time and not me.
Your family's so much
What?
more caring than Gale's.
Yeah.
At least there's love in my family.
But to be fair, I also have some weird family shit in this campaign that's got to get figured out as well. Okay.
It's true.
But that'll be chat. You don't want to miss that because this is going to be a pretty important episode coming up. I mean, we're getting to the end of that, and there's some juicy shit coming.
I
so,
would
yeah,
not
you might wanna
miss a
check it
single
out.
night of Baldur's Gate. Remember,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate ends this year. Done. We're getting there. Appreciate y'all hanging with us. We love you. I can't wait till actual back-to-back episodes of all our D&D shows. What a luxury! Love you all. See you tomorrow.
Night.
What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear and crew, and this is Eberron, episode 56. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
So glad it's Tuesday. I'm so happy to be back here. Give me a week's vacation. I don't know what to do with myself. I get all relaxed and like that and come back and do wild things. Ready for tonight?
Tonight, so it'll be easy for you.
That's what he
I
says.
took care of all the hard stuff earlier, so, I appreciate
That's
that.
what
Thank
he
you.
says. I don't believe anything he says anymore.
So much combat.
Yeah. It's gonna
Hey,
be
you can't
lizard
lie to me.
folk.
The first thing I did when I sat back down at my desk in the garage was pull up both episodes so I knew what.
What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew. And I'm forced to despise because, high school football is life.
Yeah.
I just call them North Cape. That's what they are. They're North
Cape.
Cape. They ain't Jackson.
They're beyond the wall.
They are. They think they're fucking beyond the wall. They think they fucking live in a different fucking universe. Bitch, you are 3 minutes north. Nothing has changed. You go 15 minutes south, and it's like, hey, welcome to High Cotton. I'm like, You're 15 minutes south of here, and we have Midwestern mixed Southern accent. Like, how'd it change? We go to Ole Miss. We don't trust that shit. Fucking Boot Hill's a fucking trip, y'all. Come down sometime. You'll enjoy yourself. Oh man, Adam, you're in for it too. The range.
I'm sure.
You'll get to hear the range.
Oh, man. I'm sure it'll be a good time.
Yeah, you get to do the 11th wonder of the world. So, and you also get to see us have half of a football stadium as well. Looks like we play in the California Penal League since part of it's ripped down with a chain link fence. I mean. It's not even up to like a high school standard of stadium. It's that rough.
Yeah, one day they'll fix it. One day.
No, state of Missouri bailed us out. We had to cry to the governor professionally.
Hey. Gotta do what you gotta do to get that stadium done.
Slarv the Doid.
Yeah,
dude, that's
what it takes.
We weren't a couple million off. We were like 20 million off.
Oh,
holy shit! Hockey mushrooms.
Hey, here's what I gotta say. Don't quote your bid, and then when it comes due, try to build post-COVID. Not a good idea.
Yeah.
Wrecked. But it's time for the inevitable.
Thanks to Voodoo Ranger.
Your family trauma in game brought to you by Voodoo Ranger. The new beers are delicious. I actually have all 3 of them to debut. I finally got some Hop Raider in town as well. Has anybody got to have Hop Raider yet?
Keep looking for it. Still hasn't shown up.
No, they sent me a care package, but they delivered it to my old address in California.
No,
so I hit him up and I was like, I don't live there anymore.
Dude, please tell me at least your old roommate was still there, so they got some beer or some rando just
some rando. But I met the rando. It was a nice couple.
Okay. At least you know.
Just like the person that sniped my Zevia case I ordered, they were like, that was here. They were just like, it was delivered to a person, and I'm like, bitch, you know your name's not Adam. I will fight you.
They were like, ooh, look at the Zevia. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I just realized that we're in a chili shortage right now, and I'm out of my garlic sauce from Hui Fong. And the fucking pinch is on, dude. The resellers are selling that shit for like $10 a fucking 6 ounce.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Now, I got plenty of sriracha, thank God. I always have, but that goes slow. It's the chili sauce that I burn through. Dude, I'm hurting up, man. I bought some other shit that just,
Get you some of that tiger sauce.
Hey, right. Oh, tiger sauce. This, I'm not ready. You know what? That's all I figured out was, fuck the zombie apocalypse. I like my shit, okay? I'm pampered. I'm not here for the fucking apocalypse. Screw that shit. I'm weak. I'm not a hunter gatherer. I'm living in the luxury of the dystopian future. Okay, I'm not here for the rebuild either. Screw that.
Yeah, I figured if there's one person that would survive out of this group, it'd be Mud. It's like I'm convinced he would be the one that would live.
Take me down with this explosion. Make me zombie number 1. Mud, you can live on in this world.
It's easy. You just got to be ruthless. Everyone you see, bullet to the head. No friends. That's how you die.
Caring.
It's a hardcore speed run that usually ends on the 4th person you encounter. Now, I imagine Mud's the kind of guy that gets taken out by the zombie baby by accident. Like you trip, like you roll your ankle, and then you get overtaken by like 3 or 4 of them on the playground. It's a rough way to go. Like you totally.
I don't go outside the house now. You think I'm gonna go outside during an apocalypse?
You live on one of those barges. You just tosses zombies in as biofuel.
Gonna be like boarded up house, and he's just gonna be like creeping through the window every so often.
Just gonna raid a base and get a lifetime's worth of MREs. Live in the house.
Get them spaghetti ones, dude.
Be playing the Xbox off a generator.
By the way, Radio, you were experiencing some frame drops, my dude. Like old school.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching it happen, and I got 30% CPU, 50% memory. It's all coming out of Chrome.
Old Comcast getting you. Been a hot minute.
It's been a while.
Hashtag not brought to you by Radio's Comcast.